Dun, 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 dun. Welcome back. I'm working on the Nissan again today. Oh, there we go. The window's opening. Today we have to put a muffler on because it's straight pipe right now and it's way too loud. This is a $15 old school glass pack. And then I got an O2 sensor I got to change, and there's a weird noise up front that I got to figure out. Shouldn't take too long. I'm really excited to see what this sounds like because I can't stand the straight pipe because it's way too loud. And I don't know, I think it'll be kind of interesting. So we'll get into that right about now. I'm about to get the final sound of this exhaust before I change it. Oops, the battery's not connected. That would probably help. Oh, I had to disconnect it because didn't want to weld with the ground connected. That's never good. Can destroy your electrical. Better be safe than sorry. That's the last sound of this. We'll kind of see if we can retain some of the noise with getting some of the drone out. That's kind of the goal. I think I've kind of got my game plan for this. It's tough because, well, these weren't meant to fit together, and this is beyond rusty, but it's a touch larger than the muffler I have, so it'll make it a little bit easier to weld. I think I got to trim a little bit of this off so it'll fit a little bit better, and I kind of want to run it to an angle so I can run it out one of the old exhaust ports. But it needs to be trimmed up a little bit, and then I was going to run the exhaust hanger right off the frame rail here, and I think that'll work pretty well, but I had to trim this, clear all this crap off of here, knock the end down to bare metal on this side, and clear off a spot for the exhaust hanger on the muffler as well as the frame. I think I want to weld it to the frame. Less likely that there's something under. There might be some electronics right underneath the bottom of the car. It doesn't really matter because it doesn't be super structural, but it'll be a little bit safer, I think, in terms of not ruining anything. But that's the game plan. I'm going to trim this. I'm trying to trim it at a little bit of an angle too, so we won't have this gap on the backside. And then cut a couple times, test fit a couple times, clean it all up, and then weld her in. It's gonna be fun. That wasn't the most ideal way to do it, because this vise is definitely too small for this, but it cut. I think that'll work pretty well. I just gotta clean it up, but I'm gonna test it first, and then we can start working on getting it welded in. It definitely wasn't the best way to do that. This vise is definitely too small for this, but it cut it pretty straight. I think it'll work, but gonna have to clean it up, but I want to make sure it fits first, and then we get it welded in. Had to go back and change the angle a little bit, but should work now. I just cleared out some of the paint off, and time to get it in the car, which isn't going to be fun because I am not taking the exhaust off. I mean, probably should, but it's all rusted, and I don't think there's any way it's going back in if I take it off, so we'll see how this goes. There is a good bit of room under there, so hopefully I can get a good weld on it, but I guess we'll find out. The exhaust is in. It looks okay. Oops, that's my finger. Oops, that's also not the right thing. It doesn't look bad. I wish I got it sucked up a little bit more, and I wish I could start it right now, but there's a hardcore exhaust leak up front. I started it, so I'm going to probably jack the front of the car back up and see if I can get some exhaust wrap on it, but it looks all right. It's not going anywhere, which is an important thing. I was kind of disappointed. I wanted to hear what it sounded like, but won't be a big deal. I just got to get the front in the air, and hopefully I can just exhaust wrap it. I have, this is like header wrap, actually, and I'm going to try to use this. Just got to like soak in some water and then use some cable ties. And I also have somewhere, here we are, I have like a putty that I can try if it's like a small crack. But I think I know where it's at. It's like right by the cat. So, I don't know. It's tight in there. I don't know if I can get the exhaust wrap in there. I guess we'll find out. just got everything wrapped up. Had to fix the exhaust leak. It wasn't horrible, but the big thing is the exhaust wrap I had to use was made with fiberglass, and my hands are super itchy right now. But other than that, it came out pretty well. Not perfect, but it does sound a whole lot better. It's a lot quieter. I got it on the road yesterday. A million times better. There's still a bit of an exhaust leak, but it works. I'm pretty happy with it, and I definitely think I would do this again. Especially for $25. It wasn't a bad investment at all compared to getting the OEM replacement would have been, I think it was like $150. So I'm definitely happy with this in the end. I'd say it was a winner.